Hi, my name is Mel, and the following presentation will offer an in-depth look at the diverse world of printers, exploring the history, types, working mechanisms, and future innovations. We'll cover both traditional and modern printers to provide a comprehensive understanding of printing technology. We'll begin with an introduction to printing technology, then explore fundamental categories of impact and non-impact printers. Following, we will examine various printer types, connectivity options, and conclude with maintenance tips and future trends. The following section covers the origins and evolution of printing, classifications of modern printers, and essential components and terminology used in printer technology. Printing technology dates back centuries, evolving from manual processes to sophisticated electronic devices. Understanding this timeline helps appreciate the advancements in speed, quality, and functionality. Printers today are categorized mainly into impact and non-impact types, each with unique mechanisms and applications. This overview highlights how these classifications shape printer design and use. Familiarity with components like printer heads, ink or toner cartridges, drums, and fuses is crucial to understanding printer operations. We also clarify common terms to aid comprehension. We explore the two primary categories of printers by their printing mechanisms, focusing on their characteristics, advantages, and typical use cases. Impact printers create images by striking an ink ribbon across the paper, making them suitable for multi-part forms. They are durable, but tend to be noisy and slower than non-impact printers. Non-impact printers produce images without direct contact using technologies such as inkjet or laser. And quite honestly, I've got to say, inkjet or laser are generally way superior printers, way less stuff that can go wrong with them, honestly too. So if you're looking for a durable printer, I would suggest something like an inkjet or laser. They offer quieter operation, high resolution, and faster printing speeds, and look way more reliable, less to go wrong, and easy to get fixed. But look, yeah, replacing electronic devices like printers is costly and expensive. So, and getting them fixed or serviced is also costly and expensive. So you've got to look at what solution, but I would suggest inkjet or laser if you can. This comparative analysis highlights differences in print quality, speed, noise, and applications to help select the best printer type for specific needs. Delving deeper, this section reviews popular impact printer types, their design, functionality, and typical applications. Dot matrix printers use printer head that strikes pins against an ink ribbon to form characters and images, often used where carbon copies or multiple forms are needed. Yeah, look, I don't find that dot matrix are used so much anymore. They tend to be quite slow and a lot of things go wrong. But yeah, look, if they used it all, it is in those scenarios. Honestly, laser printers, high functioning laser printers are used now for a lot of carbon copies or multi-part forms. But like they often have printers that can sort and staple and do everything now. So dot matrix, I wouldn't recommend it myself. Daisy wheel printers employ a rotating wheel with preformed characters that strike the ribbon, producing high quality text ideal for word processing before laser printers became prevalent and often not used. Look, often, like as I said, dot matrix and daisy wheel are not used. Laser printers just have overtaken all of these types of stuff, lasers, inkjets, because these are really unreliable and lots of things go wrong with them. I don't, like if you get one, don't recommend it. Inkjet or laser, I've got to say, is far preferable. Line and drum printers print entire lines or pages at once, offering high-speed output for bulk printing, often used in business and institution settings. Again, look, maybe these days I wouldn't think so, but you know, because laser printers, inkjet printers, and other types like that are much more better at doing like bulk printing. But perhaps, you know, like could be a possibility in some still around, perhaps. Inkjet printers are widely used for their ability to produce high quality colour prints at affordable costs, suitable for home and professional use. Yeah, look, inkjet printers are becoming the big thing, are the big thing now, and I would suggest like most people would use inkjet printers, and like if you need like high speed like a lot of copies, I would use laser, simply because like any of the other alternatives are just not going to happen. All right, they're not going to work. They're not going to work properly. Inkjet printers spray tiny droplets of ink directly onto the paper using nozzles, enabling detailed images and smooth gradients with high resolution. Two primary inkjet technologies exist: thermal, which uses heat to propel ink, and piezoelectric, which uses mechanical pressure. Each has distinct advantages in print quality and ink compatibility. And look, you're going to have to look at which one's going to suit you the best. Look, diverse ink compatibility is probably something good, but thermal inkjets are good too. Inkjet printers excel in vibrant colour reproduction and photo quality prints, leveraging multiple ink coloured cartridges and advanced colour management techniques. Yeah, look, inkjet, that's what I'm saying, inkjet all day. Or laser, you can get colour lasers as well. Then actually very common now, colour lasers. Laser printers offer fast, precise and cost-effective printing, especially suited for high volume office environments requiring professional quality text documents. And I'd say that'd be pretty much used in most big, yeah, like everyone's got laser printers nowadays. And you can have colour too these days, colour laser printers. Laser printers use a laser beam to form an electrostatic image on a drum which attacks toner particles transferred to paper and fused with heat for durable prints. Key components include the toner cartridge containing powerful ink, the drum unit that holds the electrostatic image, and the fuse that melts the toner onto the paper for permanent adhesion. Laser printers are favoured for high-speed printing, sharp text quality, low per-page cost and low maintenance, making them ideal for both personal and professional settings. Yeah, look, laser is becoming more and more cheap. You know, it's cheaper, and colour laser printers are a big thing now, and they can be a lot smaller than they used to be, so yeah. Thermal printers use heat-sensitive technology, preferable or perfect for specific applications like receipts and labels where simplicity and speed are paramount. Like if you've got those little mini credit card things that print receipts, they probably use those sorts of things, tiny little thermal printers. That's where I would say they would be used, but they might use different stuff too. Direct thermal printers use heat-sensitive paper that darkens with heat, while thermal transfer printers use heated ribbon to transfer ink onto the various media for durable prints. Thermal printers are widely used in retail for printing receipts, as I said, shipping labels and barcodes due to their speed, quiet operation and low maintenance needs. Yeah, as I said, this is where I would use these two, and they would be very good because they could be very small and be part like of multiple, you know, like a credit card, something that can take and pay by a debit card and prints a receipt as well. So yeah, that would be definitely. Okay, thermal printers offer fast, quiet printing with minimal consumables, but may have limitations in longevity of prints and media compatibility depending on the technology used. 3D printing represents a transformative technology enabling physical object creation layer by layer with vast applications across industries. And this is like 3D printing is really becoming big too. Like you can actually print a physical 3D object, it's becoming quite really good in a lot of different areas. 3D printers build three-dimensional objects by depositing material in successive layers based on digital models, enabling rapid prototyping and complex designs. Yeah, and you have different colors of usually plastic type of material. You can have multiple different colors, however you want. It can be sort of like a plastic-like product. It can be different products too. So yeah. Common 3D printers include fused deposition models, or FDM, stereolithography, or SLA, selective laser sintering, SLS, each using different materials and processes. Okay. 3D printing is revolutionizing manufacturing, automotive, aerospace, healthcare for custom prosthetics, implants, and rapid tooling, driving innovation and customization. Yeah, 3D printing is absolutely starting to overtake in many different areas now, and I think probably down the track we'll be able to 3D print organs and stuff like that, or grow them at least. Yeah, so beyond common printers, specialized devices cater to niche markets like photo printing, labeling, barcoding, multi-function capabilities combining printing, scanning, and copying. Yeah, look, many printers are scanners and copiers as well as printers. That's been around for quite a while. Photo printers are optimized for high-resolution color output with superior color accuracy used by photographers and enthusiasts for printing photos and artwork. Look, most modern color laser printers or inkjet can probably do that. So getting something that just specially does photos, depends. Label and barcode printers provide fast, durable printing on various materials critical for inventory management, shipping, and retail operations. Yeah, look. Multifunction printers integrate printing, scanning, copying, and sometimes faxing. Yeah, most times I have faxing into a single device, offering convenience and space-saving benefits for offices and homes. Yeah, and most of them have faxing, and also you can save it as a file. You can upload, like if you scan something, can upload to like a network or something, or save as a file to a USB or something like that. Yeah, they've got all sorts of things like that now. It's very, very common. And this is often, like space-saving benefits for device, offices and homes. Yeah, of course it is. And it's also cost-efficient too. Effective connectivity is vital for printer usability, covering wired, wireless, networked, and cloud-based printing solutions to meet diverse needs. Yeah, and that's important too. Like wireless can be a bit of a pain in the absolute backside. Wireless printing, depending on the printer used. Wired printing is often preferable. Network printers, yep, and cloud-based, yeah. So I would think, like wireless obviously is a thing there for that, but like that can have issues as well. Just saying. USB and Ethernet cables provide reliable, high-speed, direct connections between printers and devices commonly used in home and office environments. Yeah, so I would do like USB or some other like wired connection. Ethernet maybe, if that's a thing. But like USBs, usually most computers would have, most printers should be able to capable doing that. Or you can have a serial printer cable. Some computers might have that. Yeah. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and network printing enable multiple devices to share printers wirelessly, enabling flexibility and convenience in modern workplaces. Yeah, and that is something. Look, That's something most printers can have. Like, you can either connect to either Wi-Fi or wired or Bluetooth. And network printing, yeah, that's a good thing. You can share your printer across the network. That's like where you would set up a network. If you had like a network at home or office, you'd set up a LAN and make sure that the resources are shared amongst everyone like that, yeah. Cloud printing services and mobile apps allow printing directly from smartphones and remote locations, expanding accessibility and easy use. So yeah, that's important too. Like cloud printing services, you can print something out at work from home, perhaps, so that they can use it, or from your mobile phone, like you can print something out to a computer that's compatible. Yeah, so that's something that's definitely making it more accessibility and easy use. Maintaining printers properly ensures longevity, make sure they last a while, and optimal performance. We also look at environmental impacts and exciting future advancements in printing technology. And the environmental impacts, that's a big one, because a lot of electronics does no longer work, end up in the tip. I really think that we should have like central places that will take any electronic items of any sort, and like you can put them in. If they don't work, you put them in and they will recycle what they can, because that would be far better. Regular cleaning and replacing consumables and resolving jams or connectivity problems help keep printers running smoothly with minimum downtime. And make sure your printers are installed correctly. Like if you've got Windows, you can go into settings, and Linux, you would have to tell it what port it was on, and then, run sort of a daemon maybe, like if you were going to do a print job. But Windows and Apple and all that, you can just go into like setup, or like in Windows at least, you can go into settings and play around with like add a printer or stuff like that, and it should scan for a printer. If it doesn't find it, you can try and add it manually, but there might be problems if it doesn't find it. Same with Apple pretty much. Linux, yeah, look, it's got to be different things in, because you would have to know where you connected it. Okay, all right, but yeah. Printer manufacturers and users are increasingly focused on reducing waste, recycling cartridges, and using eco-friendly materials to lessen environmental impact. And yes, this is a big thing now, because there is a lot of waste that goes into like printers, computers in general, okay? Future trends will include advances in 3D printing. They've already got 4D, where the material actually can bend and move. Some sort of like, I don't know, because I don't know much about it, but 4D printing is a thing they discovered not that long ago, and they're doing it. The material actually moves around, and I don't know exactly much more about it than that. So advances in 3D printing, smart printers with AI capabilities, yep. Sustainable inks and faster, more precise printing methods are transforming the industry. Yes, they are. Printers are diverse and evolving tools essential to many aspects of life and business. Understanding their types, operations, and future directions empowers better choices and appreciation of this technology. And honestly, look, so inkjet or laser, for most people, is going to be, I think inkjet or laser are going to be the ones to go with. Now, the things that go wrong with most printers are like paper jams, you run out of ink, Wi-Fi connectivity problems, maybe sometimes a drum or like whatever, something needs to be replaced, a part. So when you buy a printer, you got to look at like how much are any ink or cartridges going to cost you, and how, like, is there a way to refill the ink? What's to go with that? All of that. All right. So I think that's sort of like covering the basics of printers. Thank you for your time.